They follow you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the same amount of money, I was like, I'm gonna spend the same thing. What the stuff getting in here? They ain't been this one in a minute.
Oh, he's in the back.
How big the screen is?
Okay, live scope.
I don't know how to read this thing. I was trying to read one when I was watching the fishing video, and I didn't know what it was. Alright, so look, y'all. We about to come in here, we're gonna get 12-pound test.
You see me?
It's still recording. It's gonna get 12-pound test for the Texas rig on the spinning rod. Then we'll get 18-pound test for the 2 swim jigs and the crankbait. And we also gotta get a new rod for the casting. Gotta get a new casting rod. Plan is we're gonna go bluegill swim jig. What else we gonna go? We're gonna go bluegill swim jig, Texas rig, and then we're gonna go crank. We're gonna go crank. Crankbait, square bill. I don't know what color yet. I kind of want a bluegill color, but I feel like since I'm throwing a bluegill swim jig, I'm gonna go with another color for the crankbait, square bill. I don't know yet. Figure it out. Might get too much.
Oh, that's open water right there? Yeah. It's a little open water, but then also, I'm gonna throw it like this in 2 brushes. That's gonna put 18 pounds, it's all blue. You using manual or you using brake? Well, okay.
Seven feet, 72 medium heavy action. I use my casting rods. I want to use medium heavy action. That's all right. Yes, sir. Actually, I got a question. What would you recommend the best rod to get for using crankbaits?
Using crankbaits?
Yeah, I'm throwing it on a casting rod though. On a cast.
Bait caster?
Yeah, bait caster. Yeah.
Honestly, I would consider the Bass Pro Shops Carbon Light Tech, because it comes. Nobody in this, no other rod in the store is going to beat it. A 10-year unlimited warranty. You break it, they replace it, no questions asked. You're too young to know what this means, but it is the Sears Craftsman of fishing rods. You shut your car door and break it. Bring it in, they replace it for 10 years.
Where is it?
And what are you going to be using it for?
Crankbait.
Crankbaits?
Yeah.
Let me show you.
He still might get this. He ain't tell me what's good. He just told me he got 10 year warranty.
Jerkbait, shallow cranks. So that's for crankbait right there. Glide baits, which are going to be similar to a crankbait, just larger baits.
Yeah,
right?
yes, sir. Yeah.
But these are like this says, they're more engineered. Not that that's all you can use it for, obviously. It's kind of the way it's designed by input from some of the pros on what they like to see in a rod based on what type of baits they're going to be throwing. And so try to engineer it to kind of take some of the decision making out of it.
Appreciate that.
Like they even make one that's for frogs. Now that's the spin. Forward facing minnows, and kind of gets that specific. But frogs is like, typically people are throwing frogs in the heavy cover and stuff, so it's a heavy.
Yeah.
We don't keep, it's probably skipping.
I live in Dallas, so. Hey, y'all look.
Yeah, but you do be breaking rods.
I do break rods. This is my second, third rod.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but you do break rods. You know? I'm just saying.
I do break rods, right?
You got about 4 of them at the house right now. The garage is broken.
I didn't break those, y'all.
Yeah, you did.
Trust. Alright, y'all, night before the tournament, man. We about to get ready to get all our rods together. I'm gonna show y'all what we're gonna use. Show y'all what we're gonna use. So first, we're gonna go 17 pound. We're gonna go 17 pound fluorocarbon. This brand right here, I love it. This the brand I always go with. So 17 pound fluorocarbon on both of the bait casters. New bait caster that we just got. It's the Bass Pro brand, Carbon Light. What they said is they took a lot of professionals and got their opinion on how they like the rods. And so this rod is kind of geared towards crankbaits, shallow crankbaits. So it's a 7-foot medium heavy rod. Then we're gonna also go with, I know I love me a good luge rod, man. Good luge rod and reel combo, bro. This also is a 7-foot medium heavy. We're gonna go swim jig on this rod right here. So we got crankbait, swim jig. All right, y'all, so we back. So tell y'all the secret. So after I finish doing my, y'all see how they popped out like that? It just pop out. What you wanna do is, oh wait, let's feed it back together the correct way. So what you wanna do is, I learned the secret. You go not boil, but go warm you up like a little container of water. See how I keep doing that? That's not what you want. But what you're gonna do is warm up a container of water and drop it in there. I don't know what the fuck this is. Alright, shit. Now we got high line out and intact. Gonna put it in the warm water, sit it in there. Submerge it in there all the way for like 10 minutes. Gonna sit out. We got a 3/8 some jet bluegill color, man. Wait, let's pause this. Timer went off. Give me a second, let's put this shit right. Put it back in there, bro. For a few more minutes. Granted, I probably shouldn't do a video. Go about another 10 more minutes, bro. Alright, y'all, so we got the swim jig on. We're gonna go with the Blue Bug or Agent Crow for a trailer. I think that'll work. Also got these colors too. It's a hard candy color. I'll start out with this. I'm ready to go fish. Check this out. Alright, y'all, so We actually kept this in here a little bit longer than 10 minutes, bro. Probably went about 17 minutes. Cause it was still like spooling pretty bad. Set up the Texas rig, the last rig we're gonna set up, man. See y'all tomorrow morning in about 3 hours, literally, bro. $35. Number 36. Number 71. day after the tournament. Yesterday, I was meant to make this video after the tournament, but I was so tired, bro. Being up from 3 a.m. to 4 o'clock. I learned a lot. I didn't do as well fishing. I didn't do bad though for my first time. We caught 3 fish. Well, we caught 4, lost 1. So caught 3 fish. All of them were below the size, like the 12-inch limit. So I wasn't able to weigh anything. But like I said, bro, it was a great experience. I learned a lot. One of the things that I learned, well, a few of the things that I learned is, you know, going fishing before is very important. Like, going a few days before is very important. Practicing, figuring out what you want to fish, how you want to fish it, that's very important. One of the other things that's pretty important is knowing what you're fishing. So in terms of like what type of area you're gonna fish. You're gonna fish deep, grass area, and that's kind of hard to do, especially when you're a co-angler, and like, you know, you kind of don't have a lot of control over what you're fishing, especially if you don't know the lake, so you can't really give advice to the person that's the angler. But bro, my angler was so cool, man. Shout out to my guy, bro. He was so cool. He helped me out. He gave me great advice. And the whole time, he was just overall helpful, man. Like, I called him the day before. He kind of told me what we were gonna be fishing, but it wasn't as clear as instructions. But he told me we were gonna be flipping and jigging, but I didn't know he was gonna be fishing grass area. So if I would know he was gonna be fishing grass area, then I definitely would have probably put a frog on, which I didn't do that. As y'all heard earlier in the video, I had all that recorded and deleted, which is crazy, bro. But also, man, that was my first time being on the boat going that fast, bro. Like, I got my own boat. It's only pushing 75 HP. And so I've never been that fast going 75 miles per hour on the water, bro. That was insane to me. Also, just learning, like, something else that I learned is I need to have more rods set up, bro. Like, I probably should have had 3 or 4 rods set up. And I had 4, but I really only had 2, bro. Like, I'm comfortable. I realized that also being around my angler, he had nothing but bait casters, but he had different size bait casters. And like, I knew that it was different size bait casters. So, you know, you got your medium, you got your light, medium light. You got different sizes or different like types of bait casters. But I always felt like, you know, as far as like finesse fishing and stuff, that I needed a spinning rod, bro, and I don't. And so for the next time, man, we go in August and we fish in August, I'm probably gonna do nothing but bait casters. I'm gonna get different size bait casters, man. Shout out to my mans at Bass Pro Shop too, bro. He put me on the Bass Pro rod, and I ended up getting a shallow crankbait rod. So what happened? So what it is for one, the best deal about it is you get a 10-year warranty. You take the rod back, you get another rod. No questions asked. They just give you another rod if it breaks or anything like that. The other thing about it is it fits, or it supposedly fits the style of fishing that you're doing. So for instance, if you're jig fishing, if you got a swim bait, if you got a swim jig, if you got a crankbait, that rod is constructed to be able to fish that type of lure. And when I fished the shallow crankbait, that's the type of rod I had, I could kind of feel the difference a little bit, you know. So that was a pretty good thing, man. So shout out to my guy at Bass Pro Shop too, bro. He really did help me with that. But yeah, man, overall, I had a great experience. Next time, we're gonna do better fishing, bro. We're gonna get us a bag. We're gonna, you know what I mean? And it's the next tournament is a 2-day tournament, so you feel me? We definitely want to be able to qualify for the next one, man. Shout out to the people that helped me get here, bro. This was like a long journey of me just like contemplating whether I really wanted to start trying to work my way to fishing full time, or being a professional fisherman on a tournament, man. Also, just like me actually start making videos, bro. All this it was a journey, bro. So shout out to everybody, man. And I thank God the most, bro, for just, bro, I sat down and prayed about this. I prayed and just like, man, I told God, you know, have his will over my life and point me in the right direction of, you know, where he want me to be. And if this, and I know this is my plan, this is my goal, but if it's his will to have me go through with this goal, show me. And along with some more other things, bro, I feel like this right here was like a big sign of like, yeah, I can really do this, bro. And so I'm excited for the future, bro. We gonna vlog this journey. I want y'all to be a part of it, man, so y'all don't forget to subscribe and like the video. But I definitely want y'all to be a part of this journey, bro. Road to becoming a professional fisherman full time, bro. That's the goal, bro. Along with a lot of more things, of course, like camps, doing fishing camps in my city, man. A lot of more different things. But yeah, man, we on the way. It's gonna be a grind, it's gonna be a process. So yeah, man.